Ivano lahadlik ner shel Shabbos. And then the men go off the shul, and they come home, and they're escorted by two malachim, two heavenly angels. And we greet the two heavenly angels by singing Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Yashares, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei Amlach, HaKadosh Baruch. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Yashares, Malachei Elyon, Malchei Amlach, HaKadosh Baruch. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Yashares, Malachei Elyon, Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch. Bavachem leShalom, Malachei Yashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch. Bavachem leShalom, Malachei Yashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch. Bavachem leShalom, Malachei Yashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch. Baruch Hu leShalom, Malachei Yashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch. Baruch Hu leShalom, Malachei Yashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch. Baruch Hu leShalom, Malachei Yashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch. Seishem leShalom, Malachei Yashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch. Seishem leShalom, Malachei Yashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch. It says, Shalom, Malachei Yashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch. After Shalom Aleichem is sung, then we sing an ode to the Jewish mother, an ode to the Jewish woman, who's kept our people together through the centuries. This ode was written by none other than King Solomon. Most people say that he really wrote it for the divine presence of God, which joins us on Shabbos, and for the Torah. But it also is very, very applicable to Jewish women today.
Okay, now bring it. No, they know. They signed the paper.
So we'll start Eishes Chayim. Eishes Chayim miyemsa verachak b'mni mimechra patach b'alei bala v'shala lo yechsor k'mlasu tov v'lo ra kol yemei chaya hadash temer tishtim v'tas b'chepes kapah Isa kaniyos socher merchak tavi lachma v'tukam lios maznea v'tam metzrosea makito sakra lo yichpa b'layla neva shel chabakishor v'chapea tamkufale pasiliani v'yada shel chalev sira levesa mishaleg kika vesa lavushanim Mavade Masasala, Sheshria Gaman Lavusha, Noda Basharim Bala, Bishiptoim, Zikne Yaretz, Sadi Masavatim Kor, Chagor Nasna, Lakanani, Oz Vahada Nasna, Vitamix Rosa, Makito Sakra, La, Yekpapalayla, Neva, Shil Habikishor, Vechapea, Tapale. Parsaliani v'yada shel chalev sira levesa mishaleg kiko vesa lavush shanim marvadi masasala sheish yagaman lavusha noda basharim bala b'shivta ve'im ziknei aretz sadim asavatim kor achagor nasna lakanani oz hada lavusha v'titzchak le'om acharon v'yapascha b'chachma Saras Chesed Al Lishon Yalichas Pesa Melachem Atzusos Ochel Kama Vanav Yashruha Bala Vayehala Rabbas Panas Asuchayil Viatali Saukulana Sheker Achen Evel Hayofi Isha Yiras Hashem Etis halatenula, Priya dea, Via hallelujah, Beshari Maseha. Welcome, Mrs. K. Mrs. K was able to join us finally.
Yes, I was waiting patiently.
Great to have you. Emerald Park in Hollywood can't join us today because the person in charge of their technology is on vacation. So I have the pleasure of having the Sterling and having Mrs. K of Regents Park.
Thank you.
You're just in time, Mrs. K, for Kiddush.
Okay.
Okay, so Kiddush is we sanctify the Shabbos. We testify to the greatness and the beauty of Shabbos and the connection that we have to a Kadosh Baruch Hu, to our God. We do it over a cup of wine to give it importance, to make it something real. Vayishpos b'yom hashvi mikol melachto asher aso. V'varach Elokim et yom hashvi v'kadesh oso. Ki rosh Shabbos mikol melachto asher bara Elokim la'aso. V'veimer navrav Rabbi Baruch atah Hashem Elokeinu melech haolam. Borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Hashem Elokeinu melech haolam. Asher kiddushanu v'mitzosav v'ratzavanu v'Shabbos God shall be ava v'ratzanu chilanu. Zikara l'maseh v'reishis, ki hu yom techila l'mikrei kodesh, zeicher l'tzias mitzrayim, v'anu v'acharta, yosanu kidashta, Mikol Amin. Shabbos Kachicha Yahavo Ratzon Im Chatanu Baruch Atah Hashem Mikadesh. Then after drinking the wine, we go to wash our hands, and we have a motzi. Baruch Atah Hashem Elokeinu Melech Haolam Asher Kedushanim Mitzvos V'Tzvanu An Netilas Yadayim. Baruch Atah Hashem Elokeinu Melech Haolam Hamotzi Lechem Min Haaretz. Then afterwards we have the challah, and we begin the meal. Hopefully, many of you will be getting packages that I send for your Shabbos supplies. The main part of the meal is not the food. The main part of every Shabbos meal is the fact that we discuss Torah, specifically the week's parsha. This week's parsha, parshas noach, the second parsha of the Torah. We began the Torah again last week, and we have the second parsha of the Torah, parshas noach, this week. The first aliyah, parshas noach. Noach is called a righteous man. He's introduced in contrast to a generation that has perverted its ways. Hashem instructs him to build and outfit the ark. Second aliyah, Noach is told to enter the ark along with the animals. On the Hebrew month of Cheshvan, the 17th of the month, in the Jewish year 1656, 1,656 years from creation, approximately October 26th to 2106 before the Common Era, the flood began. Talk about accuracy. On the third aliyah, for 40 days and nights, the water increased, destroying all living things. The water raged upon the surface of the earth for 150 days and then began to diminish for the next 150 days. On the 17th of Nisan, May 23rd, the ark rested on Mount Ararat in Turkey. Till this very day, people are saying that they have discovered parts of the ark on Mount Ararat. You can actually look it up for yourself. Noach sends out the raven and then the dove. And on Cheshvan, the 27th of the Hebrew month of Cheshvan, corresponding to October 27th, exactly one solar year after it began, the earth was dry. Fourth aliyah, Noach and his family exit the teva of the ark and offer sacrifices to Hashem. They are commanded to keep the 7 Noachide mitzvot, the 7 Noachide laws that all mankind has to keep. The Jewish people have to keep 613. The rest of mankind has to keep 7. Fifth aliyah, Hashem promises to never again destroy the world and designates the rainbow as a symbol of that covenant. Sixth aliyah, the story of Noach, the vineyard, and the subsequent blessings and curses are related. The descendants of Ham, Yefes, and Canaan are listed. What happened was Noach brought seeds and shoots of different plants into the ark with him, and he made a mistake. The first thing he planted was a vineyard, and he made wine, and he got drunk. And while he was drunk, his grandson Canaan went and told his father, and his father was Ham, Noach's son, and Ham disgraced Noach. Noach found out about it, cursed Canaan, cursed Ham. When Shem and Yefes heard about this, they covered their father, and he blessed them. Shem was the forerunner, the great ancestor of the Jewish people. And Yefes actually was the forerunner, the ancestor of the Greek and Western culture. 7 aliyah, the story of the Tower of Babel, in 1,996 years after creation, 1996. And Nimrod's world dominance is told. The 10 generations of Shem, culminating into the introduction of our forefather Avram and Sarah, are listed. The year is 2023. Note Avram was 48 years old when the Tower of Babel took place, and he was 56 years old when Noach died. This week's Dvar Torah, the Torah tells us that Noach and his family worked day and night to feed the animals. Many of us have pets and know that you can put out required amounts of food in the pen or cage for a few days, and most animals will take care of themselves. Why couldn't Noach do the same? He was working like crazy, day and night. Rav Zadel Epstein, a great tzaddik, lived in Yerushalayim. I think he recently passed away. My son actually met him. Explains that Noach and his family were being trained for a whole new world. The world before the flood was a world of selfishness. Everything they did pointed to selfishness. What is immorality? Take the physical enjoyment of marriage for personal gratification only, with no regard for others, no one's needs or others' benefits. What is idol worship? It's not one God, our God, it's my God that I turn to for myself. Rashi says it was robbery that sealed their fate. The word used is not gazela, which means robbery. The word used in the Torah is chamas, which refers to forcibly taking something that the seller does not want to give, even if the money is paid in full. That in the eyes of Hashem is robbery, because to switch ownership, it must work for everyone, not just myself. This summed up the situation. It was all about me. Therefore, the thing that sealed their fate was Hamas. All about me. Forcing others to do because I need it. Regarding spouses, property, everything, it's all about me. Noach and his family had to build a brand new world in order the world not to go back to the same rut it was in before. The new forerunners had to be trained in the concept of Olam Chesed Yibana. The world is built on kindness and giving to others. That's what we're all about. That's what the Jewish people is all about. And that's what this program is all about. Kindness and giving to others. One peaceful Friday night, the table decked in white, the gloom and darkness of Galus seemed lost in the candle's light. Entranced by the brilliant glare, the young boy pondered and stared. He dreamed of a world of Kedusha, where Shabbos kept everywhere. With smiros and learning and bright candles burning, my weekly nechama lifts up my neshama for Shabbos Hayom Lashem. We are so different from them. We raise up our voices, the whole world rejoices. Hashem Elokeinu Shema Kolenu. With zeal and desire each week we strive to keep this tradition alive, because we're the Am Segula, and Am of Torah and Gedula. If only we'd all keep the Shabbos, we would surely bring the Geula. With smiros and learning and bright candles burning, my weekly nechama lifts up my neshama for Shabbos Hayom Lashem. We are so different from them. We raise up our voices, the whole world rejoices. Hashem Elokeinu Shema Kolenu. With zeal and desire each week we strive to keep this tradition alive. As the candles dwindle in size, teardrops form in my eyes. A feeling of sadness surrounds me as a small flame flickers and dies. But a ray of hope still remains in this world filled with sorrow and pain. That each week light will shine through the darkness, and Shabbos HaMalka will reign. with smiros and learning and bright candles burning. My weekly nechama lifts up my neshama for Shabbos Hayom Lashem. We are so different from them. We raise up our voices, the whole world rejoices. Hashem Elokeinu Shema Kolenu. With zeal and desire each week, we strive to keep this tradition alive. With zeal and desire each week, we strive to keep this tradition alive. Thank you all so much for coming, and thank you for listening. I'm going to be visiting your facilities over the next hour or so, dropping off packages for Shabbos. I hope you'll be able to get one. And I wish you all a beautiful, uplifting, wonderful Shabbos, and I'll see you next week. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.